her boyfriend. I went to high school with her boyfriend.
Okay.
Is she like blonde?
I think so.
Yes, I knew her.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so this concert, going to places alone.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's just something that, I mean, I feel like everyone should do, like, for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, learn how to just go places and, like, enjoy things for yourself. Like, don't put the pressure on you that you have to be there with somebody in order to, like, have a good time. I mean, like, it's always nice to have company. Like, don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't know. Like, do what you want. Don't put restrictions on yourself because someone may or may not be there available to go with you.
Now, see, if we're talking about going places alone or whatever, I used to worry about how people would perceive me, like, especially like even walking down the street like alone or just by yourself. And I'm just thinking, like, how do you react when I feel like this is going to, like, coincide with the mental health topic that we're wanting to discuss. But say you're driving the car and you see someone walking alongside of the street. And now for me, I don't really care. Like, I don't really think too much of a stranger walking on the street by themselves or whatever. Right. But I know some people are just like, oh, look at those pants that they're wearing. Like, that's hideous. Like, complete judge mode.
I mean, I think that's, like, a natural thing that, like, we all do, is we're all just like, oh, like, we just, like, observe things, you know, and maybe have opinions about the things that we're observing.
Right.
But I don't know, like, I used to really worry about that shit when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't leave the house without looking, you know, perfect, basically. But, like, today, like, I fucking went to Sweet Frog in my Chihuahua sweater and leggings looking a hot mess, and, like, teenage me would have never done that. Yeah. You know?
Now, see, thing...
I don't really care anymore.
My thing is, like, if I'm out walking alone by myself, I don't even let that bother me anymore. Just because I'm just thinking, like, you don't know if if every car that's passing you is talking about you or thinking about how you look or whatever. Right. I'm just like, first of all, you don't even know them. What does their opinion even matter to you?
I just assume everyone's talking about me and they're talking shit, but, like, who cares?
Yeah, it's just like you're never going to see them, and if you do,
like, they don't fucking matter.
You don't know.
Yeah, like, you don't know me. If you're not paying my bills, feeding me, doing anything for me, I don't care about you.
Right.
If you're not making me feel good about myself, I don't care about you.
Whew. Yeah. So, yeah, I did want to talk about mental health for a second, just because I know that you had given a presentation. Yeah,
and it was actually so funny you brought that up because, like, a year ago today, a little thing popped up on Facebook for me, not from, like, my Facebook memories, but, like, from my actual, like, old college, Sinclair, that the symposium that they have every year for my department was having, like, their annual symposium, basically. And that's what I did last year, was I went there and gave a speech about mental health and, like, mental health advocacy, and particularly about how like, our generation is, like, good at, you know, speaking up for ourselves and you know, advocating for others, and I'm not articulating this very well. It's been a year. But basically, just, like, being good to themselves and good to others, and not, like, how do I say this? What the hell did I talk about? It's just advocating for good mental health and just not being a dick, basically. Right. And that how young people are getting better and better at that, and old people are terrible, and fuck you, old people.
And here we are saying...
Right.
Way to go, Erin.
Yeah.
What an advocate you are.
Oh, that's my laundry. Here we go. So,
We're going to take a quick break. All right. So what made me think of this whole mental health subject is because I've been, listening, or you all know My Favorite Murder is one of the podcasts, is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. And almost each episode they talk about how important mental health is. And
yeah, so you don't murder people.
Right, because I was thinking like they like to look at how whoever committed the crime was raised, what their living situation was like, and what all trauma they suffer from a young age or whatever.
Yeah.
So it got me to thinking, like, well, thank God I'm not crazy. I haven't suffered from much negativity in my past. Yeah, my brother beat me up, but that was like typical sibling stuff.
But like and that's the crazy thing is like, I think different things can happen to different people, and everyone internalizes and processes trauma differently. So like, yeah, like your brother was like kind of a shithead to you, and it, didn't do anything to you. Yeah. But like that could be triggering to like somebody else, and that could be why they like kill everyone. Yeah. Because everyone reminds them of their like brother, Yeah. So like, I get it.
Now, see, thank God,
I get how people could kill people. I get it.
I mean, I'm lucky that I don't have like an alcoholic father or
of course
a drug addicted family member or whatever. Yeah. But yeah,
but everyone struggles with something,
And with what you just said there, like everyone faces their trauma differently. Yeah. It got me to thinking like how emotionally strong someone is, and that made me think of this test that you had me take.
Yes.
Like I didn't mean to like bring it up this early, but
no. This was such a cool thing that like it's like a personality test, basically. And I took this a long time ago for a dating website. Hey. Because I saw a bunch of other people had it up there, and I was like, what is that?
Right.
Like, they had, like, their results, and I was like, what is that? So I went on a website and took my own personality test. And, like, I had heard of it. It's like the Myers-Briggs personality test, I think is what it's called. I think. And it basically... You answer a bunch of questions about your own beliefs and, ideals about yourself, and it aligns you with, or basically, like, categorizes your personality. And there's, like, a bunch of different personalities, obviously. But, yeah, so, like, our results were really cool. And, like, I don't know your results yet. Like, you didn't disclose anything.
Right, I wanted to keep it a surprise. Yeah. Now, do you remember yours?
Yes. Here,
do you have it saved and everything?
I do. Here, I will pull it up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're pulling yours up, I'll go ahead and...
but we should say, like, what it means, though. Like, what... Here, hold on. Let me, like, pull up what the different things are. And so, yeah, Myers-Briggs, and then... We can do types because the letters. So there are different letters. Okay. So my personality type was INFJ. So and it's broken down into 4 categories basically. So the first letter, I got an I. The options were you could either have an I or an E. Do you want to just say what your 4 letters were? That way...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I got ESTJ-A.
Okay. I had a dash T? I had a dash T.
Yours was dash A and dash... Or like it was a...
Oh, it was a slash.
Wasn't it? It was dash A/dash T.
Oh, okay. So my first letter was I. Yours was an E. Oh, that's for introvert versus extrovert. That's interesting. Okay, so I for introvert, E for extrovert. The introversion-extroversion dimension describes how a person manages... Oh, hold on, it's loading.
By the way, this website is called 16personalities.com.
Yes, there are 16 different combinations that you could have possibly gotten.
So, shout out to 16personalities.com.
Right. So, introversion or extroversion describes how a person manages their energy. So, I got introvert. So, I'm someone who I'm energized by spending quiet time alone or with a small group. They tend to be more reserved and thoughtful. And I think that's true. Mm-hmm. Like, I really value, like, my alone time, and I hate, like, big, giant crowds, which is why I loved going to that concert so much, because it was chill and, like, no one was, like, touching me.
Right.
But you got extrovert, E for extrovert, so you are energized by spending time with people in busy, active surroundings.
Mm-hmm. But now, see, mine gave out percentages. I don't know.
Oh!
Okay,
I want to... That's interesting. I
want to go through this here. So, it says my personality type is executive, which is...
Executive?
Yeah, it says ESTJ-A. And then it shows the little guy, I guess the karate guy or teacher, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to call that person.
That looks like a teacher. She's got a ruler.
Oh, okay, so we got a teacher here.
Huh.
And the caption under the teacher says, okay, someone needs to clean up this mess. Which is off on the right foot here. Yeah. It says mind. This trait determines how we interact with our environment. I am 50%, I can't even say this. 56% extroverted and 44% introverted.
Okay.
Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. I am 55% observant and 45% intuitive.
How do I get back to my percentages? Because I saw that, but I don't know where it is now.
Oh, shoot.
So, what percent were you?
Of mind or energy?
Both.
Oh, 56% extroverted.
Oh.
And 55% observant.
So that's like almost half and half.
Yeah, I mean, from the way that these look, it's basically half and half for all of these.
That's cool. Oh,
nature.
That's interesting.
This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. Mm-hmm. I am a 61% thinker and a 39% feeler, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision-making. 68% judging, 32% prospecting.
Okay.
And last one, I have identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. Mm-hmm. 61% assertive, 39% turbulent.
Ooh.
Because when push comes to shove, I feel like assertiveness.
You feel assertive.
Assertion.
Okay.
Like, if I have to put my foot down, I will.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way.
Now, the difference between judging and prospecting is...
I read about that because I had a hard time understanding that.
Prospecting is what's throwing me off here.
I think judging, because one was like you're really quick to like want to give advice and like help.
Okay, so judging. Okay, I just looked up prospect. Mm-hmm. The possibility or likelihood of some future event occurring. So basically, the likelihood of it happening versus what my judgment is.
Okay.
And I am 68% judging.
I believe that.
And then back to thinking and feeling, I am a thinker rather than a feeler. So I think long term before like listening to what my feeling is. I guess.
You think with your brain and not your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so that was the executive. I think that's really accurate for you.
Yeah,
I do. Mine was the advocate, and I don't have like my full thing anymore. I don't have like my percentages, but like I'll just go through some of the characteristics that they have for this personality. Oh. Okay, so